everyone, welcome to the Celestial Tarot. This is going to be our February love reading for our Geminis out there. So I'm going to hope that everything can come out, or I'm going to actually start with a different deck, sorry. Alright, let's see what's to come for our Geminis in their love lives. The Fool card was just like jumping out at me as I was shuffling, so I'm seeing a new beginning, but also that could be a huge perspective change, so let's see what's to come. Okay, for our Geminis, what is to come? Temperance. Yeah, there needs to be some kind of balance. Lovers. Yeah, there's some instability of your love life at this moment, so I feel like you're coming into a balance with your love life, and I'm feeling like there's some kind of maybe you ended things, or maybe things are really rocky in your current situation, but I'm seeing a change in that. Actually, I'm going to keep that in reverse because that seems important. Okay. And also just the major arcana coming out right now is just, that feels like your spiritual team is really working hard to kind of fix things for you. Yeah. Okay. So Temperance was the first card that came out. I'm going to pull it along with the Lovers card. So I think things are a bit out of whack for you with your love life. It feels like things are not... or the idea of what love could be. I feel like maybe you worry about getting lost in fantasy, and you're like, I really want to be realistic. I want to be, I feel like there's some kind of superstition of like, I don't want to get too deep into a relationship to just be let down, and you're like, I don't want to, and I feel like you're trying to manage your expectations a lot better, especially of like what people are willing to give you. Okay, and then we had the Chariot come out, but it actually came out in reverse, and I kind of pick and choose when I do reverse, but this felt reverse because I feel like either you, it feels like there's some kind of separation energy. It feels like you or this person really want to reach out, but there's something blocking. Like maybe there's ego in the way, but there's something blocking, like the community, or maybe the fact is, if you're in a relationship, you ended a relationship, it might have ended because of lack of communication. Like you guys weren't being direct with each other, and it was actually really detrimental. Then we have the Five of Rods. Also, it feels like there was a lot of influence with friends. Like maybe a lot of people were like kind of putting their input in, and that's kind of what messed things up. And then the Moon, or maybe just like your friends are like, oh yeah, like it's gonna be fine, but like you're deep down, you're like, okay, well I'm struggling, and you don't really understand what I'm going through. That's gonna resonate for someone out there. And the Moon card, I feel like you're at odds with yourself. Like deep down, you know you've done something right, but there's also a part of you that's like, I don't think I did. Or maybe you're worried that you acted too hastily. But there's some kind of revelation that's going to come. But from the Moon for me is really by your intuition, but there's some kind of revelation to come. And then the Eight of Rods, it feels like conflict was coming from every end. Like things kept lining up for things to not work out. Does that make sense? Like it just felt like a series of like bad things that happened that were affecting your relationship, and you're just like, okay, well, there were so many moving parts that was ruining things. And the Seven of Pentacles, you're worrying, you're in the headspace of like, I have to do what's right for me, I have to take care of myself, and just kind of like I don't know, I feel like you're mapping things out for yourself. Like I don't know if you like have like a planner, like, or like in your journal you're kind of planning, like it feels like steps, like you're taking steps of like to fulfill yourself. I that's very specific message, but it feels like you're very methodical and like, what do I need, and I'm gonna put this like 5-step plan out. Or maybe someone suggested like doing a plan of like a call of action of some sort. Yeah, okay, yeah, there's a lot of stagnant energy right now. Someone there wants to be movement, but both of I think whoever's in this party, it's very stubborn energy. And the fact is, so we have the Six of Rods and then the Eight of Pentacles. It felt like you were really building something, and it felt like a strong, steady foundation, and it didn't go anywhere. Like you were like, it was really going somewhere, and then it just stalled. Like it's just such stagnant energy. I'm just seeing really much like halted, stalled energy. We need the Nine of Pentacles. Some of you might have a pet that you've just been like, I'm just gonna cuddle you and call it a day. But I feel like you're in a it feels very much like a reflective phase right now. Like, you're in the month of February, you're just gonna kind of be thinking of like, what is it, like, it's like, I don't know why you're so stuck in your head, but it feels like comparing notes of like how far you've come. Like, I'm just seeing you comparing notes of like past relationships. I don't know, I'm just really seeing you micromanage everything. I'm gonna pull like 2 more cards from this deck, and then I'm gonna switch to another deck. Oh, that one. Okay. One more for our Geminis. One more. The Empress. Yeah, you're in that energy where you're like, I know what I need, and this person wasn't giving it to me, so that's fine. Like, the Empress is like someone who knows what they want. Also the sexual energy is very high. Like, maybe just like, there's a new power of you. There's a newfound, there's like, what is it called? Like, there's an authority to you that's actually very sexy. And I think maybe that person, that's what they're missing. Like, if you're separated, they're like, fuck, like, their confidence was hot. Like, I don't know, like, but I just feel like you're moving into a space where it's like, here's what I need to do for myself, and if you can't do that, then I don't see a point. All right. Some love, romance, tarot. Angels, can we get some clarification for our Geminis in the month of February? Can we get some clarification for our Geminis in the month of February? Some clarification for. Okay. Ten of Wands, difficulty and illusion. I'm hearing the, I thought it was something that it wasn't. Believing it to be better than it was. I don't know, like, it was like, I don't know, maybe it was like there was a romanticizing the fact that like this was hard and we made it work, so that's what made it beautiful. And you're realizing, like, was I really just setting myself up for failure? Was I romanticizing what I shouldn't have been romanticizing? Of like, the difficulty was probably a sign that maybe it wasn't, like, I don't know, like, yeah, I'm thinking about like the Notebook of like, they had so many issues being together, and it was like so beautiful and romantic that they found each other. And I feel like you were thinking that once, but then there's a part of you that's like, that's shattered, of like, okay, but was that real? Like, was I just setting myself up for failure and trying to find a reason to continue on when it wasn't going to serve me in the long term? Star. Whatever you did was for the best. I'm going to say that right now. But in the ending, I think it's going to actually bring up a rejuvenation. Like, if this relationship is meant to be, you had to kind of put a stop to it. You need to do something along those lines to be like, you needed to shake things up and really point out your worth in order for the other person to get their shit together. Because we have the Star card, we have the Four of Shells, and everything you want, I feel like this person really wants you. Like, that's the feeling I'm getting. Like, you are the thing they want, and by you walking away, they were like, I need to fix this. How do I fix this? Maybe I fucked up. Maybe I need to reevaluate. But I'm really seeing like things coming together in a way that you don't expect it. Like, as shitty as, God, I hate saying that, but like, I really do believe it, that bad things happen. Like, things need to end in order for better things to come together. And I think maybe like having to end things is just like the wake up call that they needed. Yeah, the analyst. One of you or both of you are very methodical and get stuck in your head and you analyze everything. Like, that's the energy that's just been coming out like crazy. That would be the Queen of Swords. But also just like an intellectual thing of like, I need to know what's better for me. Ace of Swords. Yeah. The World. I'm actually gonna... You're going to have to make a decision. In the month of February, I really do feel like there's going to be reevaluation happening. But the fact is, the Ace of Wings, which is the Ace of Swords, the Triumph coming together, there's a rebirth that's going to happen. And it could be a rebirth within you, or it could be a rebirth in this relationship of really figuring out, like, here's where we messed up, here's where it needs to be fixed. And then the World card coming out right after. But you can have the world, but it's going to take work. Like, you guys have to both actively make the decision. Okay, I'm going to pick some love oracle cards to see if we can get some final messages for our Geminis. Love oracle cards. Can we get some final messages for our Geminis? Okay. So the first card that said, take a leap of faith. Only when you're willing to step out of your comfort zone will you reap great rewards. Okay, and then I'm going to pull from this deck. I have 3 decks. I think I'm going to pull from all of them because something's telling me I should. Okay, this one's very large, so I apologize for the shuffling. That's going to have to happen. Okay, that was an awful shuffle. One more shuffle, please. Shuffles are not helping for you. Final messages for our Geminis in the month of February for their love lives. Okay. Okay. One more card. One more card. One more card for our Geminis. Oh, okay. Okay. So we have rocking it. Being yourself, confident, loud and proud, hitting the right note, harmonious concert, showing off. And we have looking closely, observing, nitpicking, creeping, situation magnifying, things getting rectified, focus. We have girl talk, time with friends, moving on, happily single, living in the moment, having fun. Okay, and then finally, I'm going to do a twin flame message. If you felt like this person was like your twin flame, this will probably resonate. Okay, so what is our final message for our Geminis out there in the month of February? Okay, that one really wanted to come out. Okay. One final message. Okay. Okay. Great. I'm just going to take 2. Great. So we have, everything reminds me of you, and I am constantly seeing signs related to you. Take that as you will. Whatever resonates, please take that. I would also recommend checking out your Venus, your moon, and your rising. I hope this helps provide clarity that you need, and I'm sending you lots of light and love. Take care.